Good morning, everybody. I had to pop up the Gina camera this morning. Like how the sun's hitting the trees and everything just looks gorgeous out there. So let's just soak that in for a second. Let's get me positioned correctly. I think I've got to fix the zoom on this or something because I like to sit up close, but then it's like you only see like 80% of my forehead. All right. That's Gina, looking good out there. We have some clouds moving through, but sun is peeking out, as I already noted on the sun glinting off the trees. Got some clouds, got a little sun mixing in here in Alexandria. That dew point is not good, 71. It's very stuffy outside, 73 degrees your temperature. We did see some fog in the area this morning. Not a surprise when you see moisture levels like dew point so close to the temperature. One severe storm out there in South Carolina, but the one fading in Alabama and nothing close to home. So maybe a few sprinkles, maybe a couple of showers later on today. But I don't think we see surprise storms today, but yesterday that was kind of wild. They were little, there was not much to them. Man, did they pack some noise in them. Temperatures right now from about 71 to 75, low to mid 70s, very humid, lots of moisture. The table is set. The rain's on the way. It's not going to be widespread today, but over the weekend we do see a decent bit of rain. Highs today in the mid 80s. You see on that planner there lots of clouds. We mix that cloud cover with some sunshine and we will warm up fairly quickly. And you know, I mean, there's actually going to be a heat index involved here. When you've got dew points in the 70s, that means the heat index could push close to 90 in some spots, especially down there around Baton Rouge where they hit 87 degrees. A little cooler up north as that front starts to work in, and that's what's going to keep us from a big severe threat, or really any severe threat. It looks like that cooler air is going to get in and that rainfall is going to fall mostly on the cool side of this system. Now, your severe outlook for tomorrow shows a marginal risk from Houston down to the west toward Eagle Pass, but for us here, it looks like general thunderstorms. That just means like yesterday, nothing severe. You hear some rumbles, and you certainly want to be careful because lightning, it's not a good thing if you're outside. Here is the high-resolution model. I went with just this time because this is going to show us the story of what's coming here today. Just a few sprinkles. Got a couple of storms out in Texas. That is kind of the look it had yesterday, where it had those storms out there and they decided to make it this way. I think they stay out west today, but we'll keep an eye on radar. And then look at how things go here. You start to see more rainfall, especially up north of I-20, so mostly out of our area. Saturday at 2 o'clock. If you have plans during the day Saturday, things are looking pretty decent, but things do change quickly. Boom, there you go. Saturday night, Sunday morning, that's when the heaviest rain comes through, and it looks like we're going to see widespread totals in the half-inch to 2-inch range. Now, truth be told, this WPC outlook I'm going to show you is from Monday. That's the last time it updated, but it's still pretty spot on to what I think is going to happen, so we're going to go with it. How about that? Here it is. There you go. A lot of rain up north. That's where the heavier stuff is. That's the main idea. Heavier rain to the north. It gets a little less to the south, but all of us see some rainfall here. Unfortunately, in the north, that's where we've seen the most rain, so it's not like you need it up there. I know a lot of farmers trying to get out and get some work done. Because of my work with Twyla, the Farm Bureau show, I know that corn planting is behind. In fact, 22% less corn has emerged this year than at this time last year. This is the kind of knowledge I'm going to have from now on. So we actually need some dry to get them out in the fields and get things going there, and it looks like we will see that, but it looks like we first have the rain coming over the weekend. Now, those chances, they look very ominous for both days. Let's say this is going to be from like probably about 6 p.m. Saturday until noon Sunday. That's your best chance. So most of your daytime plans are good on Saturday. Even the early evening doesn't look terrible, but then Saturday as we sleep, storms come through. Sunday, those sweep out of here by about lunch. Monday and Tuesday look great. Look at that high on Sunday, down to 62, low of 44. We are inching down on that. Again, we stay above freezing, but it's going to be chilly on Monday morning. It looks like another morning in the 40s on Tuesday morning, and then we'll warm things up because we're heading toward May, and that's the way it goes. It is just going to get warm. Look at that. Oh, that is not what I like. The bright red right over top of us. That is our forecast to end the month and to start May. It looks like it's going to be very warm. It looks like I think this is going to be our introduction into the 90s. I think someone hits 90 out of this. it's going to also be a little wet, so it's going to be steamy, it's going to be humid, it's going to be warm, but surprise, you live in Louisiana, it's what you signed up for. So we are going to see, it looks like some rain, some warmth, and probably going to re-rack that and do that for the next, 4 or 5 months, and then I will start counting down the days to shorter days once we get past the solstice there in June, and then hopefully it cools down sometime in October. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Loggers having issues also. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, it's so hard to get a balance of the weather you need. Like, I depend on the weather for this. I depend on it, if it's not active, it's not real busy, we don't have a lot going on here. I can't imagine actually depending on the weather, like for your livelihood around here, because if you've got to get out there and get things done and, it's like, okay, we've got 4 dry days, that's great. And then right when it gets good, it rains again. It's got to be incredibly frustrating for anybody who depends on that stuff. And I am here to frustrate you, but also tell you the truth. So hopefully we'll get you the correct forecast. Now, Tom yesterday put out an 8 to 14 day forecast, and this is kind of something we're workshopping and testing out here, see how that goes. He shared that on my page, and man, God bless him. I couldn't do that. That's not me. He's so great for that. So thank Tom for that one. And I will stick with the busy weather stuff in this next 7 days kind of thing. But he's awesome with the longer range things. And I will show you these general ideas, and he'll put that into number format. That's why we're such a good team together. All right. It is coming up on Saturday. So tomorrow, with no severe threat really in the forecast, I will not set an alarm. I'll probably be a little later, and that's okay. We'll talk about weather a little later in the morning, and then maybe I'll make an omelet or something. Have a wonderful Friday, and I hope your weekend is fantastic and filled with crawfish.